Howdy y'all, welcome to the Silver State and the new entertainment capital of the world. Welcome to Winderland, USA. Yes, that's right, we are back with yet another expansion to our record-breaking park. And this area is home to two brand new world record roller coasters, Tayo Wu and Tayo T, as well as two brand new extreme thrill rides. This is the Forbidden Kingdom.
Baby, doesn't that look beautiful? Doesn't that look beautiful? We're going to look in serious depth at that in a minute. Going to get right inside it and have a look, because this is a beautiful area. This is the first this is the first builder that that's actually been able to manipulate terrain. Just so you know, the next builder will be allowed to play with terrain as well. But this is the first one, and by God, has he gone to some extents there. But before we actually have a look at it, I think it's time that we said hello to this young man. Where are you, Pilko?
Good evening, mate.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby? I shouldn't introduce you as Pilko, should I? Bob M80s. Bob, welcome.
How are you, mate?
I'm very good, man. I'm very good. I've had a couple of beers down at the pub, so I'm fully ready
Awesome.
for having a look at this beautiful area. Before we start, and before we get into it, I just wanted to know how you felt about the 2-week challenge, because obviously I know I asked you, it was a fair few months ago, I asked you, oh, do you fancy being part of season 2? And you were like, and then you finally went, hell yeah. Was it everything that you wanted it to be? Was it difficult? Was it a challenge?
I'm not going to lie, mate. You didn't make it easy for me.
Well,
when you showed me it for the first time, and it was a canyon, a quarry, I was like, sorry.
Just a big hole in the ground.
Yeah, a big hole in the ground. What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do?
But what you did do, because I think it's changed. It evolved, didn't it? The idea.
The whole thing evolved from the moment when you first showed me it. The first thing I looked at was the amount of just, the red sand area, and I'm looking at it thinking maybe I could put something in the middle, have everything going round. But then I came up with the idea of maybe like some sort of Sandman theme. And then, so when I first started getting into the build, my first two problems were the coasters, because the rules for me were I would needed to make a coaster that was 76.
Yeah, quite high.
76-meter drop.
Quite tall.
But I wasn't allowed to go any higher than the view from the distance.
Indeed.
So
it was forcing you to go down. I think that's what I was trying to do.
So from the entrance where you wanted everybody to be able to see, everything needed to be hidden. So I had to make everything go down deep.
Well, what you've done is beautiful. Really, really pretty.
I tried my best with the coasters. I'm not like brilliant with coasters, but I really, really hope, I know one of the coasters, 15 inversions I think we needed, and I had 16.
Yep. And yeah, the thing is with the coasters, you've ticked all the boxes, and that's exactly what was asked of you. So as far as you don't need to have like any worries there, because you've ticked all the boxes, you've done what was asked, and what you've done is absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna load it up now. We're gonna get it in. Should we have a look, little aerial look first? This is your beautiful area, and it is quite deep, isn't it? How deep did they go in the end?
Well, 91, I think the drop coaster did.
91.
it got to a point, right? It was at like 96, and I went, right, okay, make this smaller and smaller. And I attempted 3 times to make it smaller, and it was like 90, 96, 94, 92. And then I just went 91. I went, nope, I'm not doing this again. I'm not spending another half hour trying to make this go down any further.
And that's the dive coaster we're talking about at the back there. This is the Forbidden Kingdom. Can we start with the Sandman? Because that's not a Sandman anymore.
It's not Sandman anymore.
What is
the
it?
Sandman idea? So we built that fella in the middle and then put the path around. And at that point, I was still questioning what I was doing. I was still questioning him. I mean, even looking at him now, I'm still looking at him going, he's not entirely what I wanted him to be.
He's amazing, mate.
Yeah, he is. But I wanted him to have a bit more, like, leaning forward, his neck forward, like as if he's really giving it beans to, like, you know, throw his weight into it.
Yeah.
When really he's just at a he's got really good posture. Going back to what you were asking about the change between the Sandman idea and this, what we've finally ended up with. So I built him, and then that's when I started concentrating on the coasters. And once I got the coasters out of the way, coming up with buildings and just some sort of architecture that would fit with that theme, I couldn't process it in my head. I was like, oh, I can't think of anything that would go with that. And once I built the first coaster, which was the drop coaster, I made that building behind it, the one which is just underneath the drop.
This one?
Just over on the left, yeah. I made that, and even then, I was still questioning where I was going with the whole build. I didn't have this in my head. This wasn't what I started with. This was like, it all just materialized into this.
Yeah.
I built that, and even then, I was still questioning what I was doing.
Yeah.
But then it materialized to these sorts of buildings. I built the one below it with the station, and then that's when I thought, you know what? I could go with like a pit, like a lovely Forbidden Hidden Kingdom type thing. And then after that, that's when I went, oh, I could put the dragon in like that, fighting against him. And then after I put in every like primary part, the paths, the coasters, the rides, and then got down to actually doing the part that most people really enjoy, which is throwing the little bits of details in. That's when it really started to pop and really grow. It really, like, you know, and then even using the green terrains, you know, paints.
Yeah.
It just seems like if it was completely red sand, it wouldn't have had the same detail or colour that it would have.
No, the green really makes it pop out, makes it look like this luscious oasis in this desert, effectively, doesn't it?
I kept everything so simple as well with the trees. The trees are just multiple copies but twisted. They're all just bamboo. You know, the bamboo stacked on top of each other, twisted round, and then I've just kept them like the same. The purple and cherry blossom tree that we've gone with is pretty much just replicated over and over around the area. I know everyone's like, oh, you didn't make separate trees for separate areas. No.
Why'd you need to?
I didn't have the time.
Rotate is a beautiful tool.
Rotate just gives you so much more perspective.
Dragon then, so are you like, is this like completely made up lore, or is this drawn from something else? Because you've got obviously the names of the rides and the coasters, and I know nothing about it, so I'm quite interested.
Once I got the idea of, right, we're going to go with some sort of Chinese Oriental Forbidden Kingdom style thing, that's when I went, right, let's have a look at what a decent dragon, you know, so if you see a picture of a dragon from like England, it doesn't look like you've a picture of a dragon from China, does it?
No, they're longer, aren't they? Longer, and they're more like snakes with dragon heads.
I mean, I think the part that pops the most for that dragon is the little sticks on the end of his nose.
They're brilliant.
Yeah, I think that little touch that I threw on it just went, oh yeah, yes, that is just a little touch right there.
It's wonderful.
This was like the second to last thing that I did, the entrance to this
All
place.
right.
So this was kind of like in my head, and yeah, it's going to be simple. And I built this in like about an hour or two.
It works perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to keep it simple. I mean, you can go into. I've seen so many lovely. I mean, here you could throw in so many extra little bit of details. But with the time that I had, the time that I had, even with day-to-day life, yeah, the missus wasn't happy with me with the amount of the evenings that I actually went, right, no, I'm not coming to bed tonight. I'm going to be doing this.
I'm sorry, Em.
She's like, really? Yeah, do apologise. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Cool. I love
Yeah,
these
again,
bits.
that
These
is
are
a
from
filler.
World Fair, isn't it? World's Fair?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and that is just like pretty much a filler just for the broom.
Yeah.
As you can see, there is limited details around the area. It is a box. It's just got a few little bits and bobs, a few little pieces of timber here and there. Because I wanted to put most of my energy into the parts that, that I really like doing. I mean, if you take a look down the paths, there is so minimal work done to the paths.
You don't always need it. This is the thing.
I don't think so.
Sometimes,
and to be honest,
a building can look bare, and it's obvious you need stuff. But I mean, with this pack as well, the World's Fair pack is already
it gives
so
you,
textured. You don't really
yeah,
need
it gives
to
you quite a great deal of.
It's gorgeous, mate, and I love the way it looks out over the whole area here. This is a proper good viewpoint.
Yeah,
we need to put a vista point right here so that the guests actually crowd around it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, really gorgeous. So which way are we going to go around, mate? Which way should we go around?
I'd say go right.
Right?
You choose. Right or left?
We'll go right.
Go on then.
Back of this beautiful waterfall section you've made for the monorail. I loved this. I thought this was gorgeous. And then I was trying to get the path through, and I thought, ooh, having a path behind a waterfall.
I'm amazed you did that without disturbing that water.
It was tough. It was difficult. I did lose the water once, but then I just pressed like the undo. We'll try and work that again. So we're coming across our first coaster now. What's this? Teo. Did the Italian pronounce it right? Probably not. She said Teo-T.
Teo-T.
Is it Teo-T?
Teo-T.
Teo-T.
So, this is one of 4 of the like mythological evil creatures from China.
All right.
So there's 4 of them that I've done. Teo-T, Hondun, Teo-Wu, and Kionki.
Kionki.
Yeah.
I didn't get the Italian to pronounce them all. I only said just pronounce the 2 coasters. We'll forget the rest. I'll let Bob do it.
Again, right? That was something that I, when I needed to come up with names.
Yeah.
Sticking to the theme, I thought, right, let's just go down that road of mythical Chinese creatures, evil creatures, and yeah. I found that and then went, hey, here we go. His narrator is going to absolutely love me.
She wasn't happy. Here we go. Tie yourselves in, guys, for the world's most inverting roller coaster. Yes, we have a new world record. Okay. Oh, that first drop. That's lovely.
I did check to make sure we didn't hit any of the...
Yeah. You don't want any rocks to the face or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't want to be killing people. So at this point, I was really enjoying making it.
Yeah.
I was really having a good time making it. And then it became stressful trying to get it back up there. Because again, I felt like I mean, you've said I didn't have to keep them above that height, but the terrain, I think it was you said, didn't it?
Yeah.
Couldn't go that high now. Yeah, but I kept the coasters under that as well, so I made it difficult for myself.
I just didn't want your area to be spoiled from anywhere else in the park. I wanted it to be its own area. I didn't want you to see
I
it.
get that. Yeah.
You know, the halfway lift hill. Yeah, exactly. We've just done 7 inversions, and now we're hitting a lift hill.
I probably could have squeezed 1 or 2 more in there, and then made it easy for myself. But at this point, I was more committed to where I was now. You know what I mean? I was more committed. Like I'm not going to backtrack. I've only got enough time to do this much.
That's mad. And then this one, woof. Back on yourself. Welcome in, Shang. It's lovely to meet you.
The ending for me spoils it, in my opinion, because here I've got to push because yeah, this was the point where I was struggling to get it back up there. So we do that, and then it's just up, which probably breaks a neck or two. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a little lift hill back into the station. And we got blocks on it, which is good, so that we can get ourselves.
I think we've got free trains on the track.
Let's have a look at the so this coaster takes over a lot of the park. It goes everywhere, doesn't it? Look at that. Whoa. So we got 5 excitement, 4 fear, 1 nausea. That's good, considering how many inversions you got. People don't come off being sick. The results is what we want, though. So we got a good 2.5 minute coaster there. That's a decent coaster.
Nice.
Track length 1600 meters. Nice. Maximum speed 74 miles an hour. So it does pull some. Average speed is 10 though. That's because of the lift hills. Biggest drop 51. Is that first one after the? I
believe it is
first
the
inversion.
drop into the yeah.
Oh, the stats have changed now.
No. Oh, have they?
Average 18 now. That's going up. It's good.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's what we want, isn't it?
Your G's aren't horrendous. I mean, you got the vertical G's, but they're a little high. But they're all right.
They're a little.
And I love this. I love the views from here, from this side of the park, where you can just see the whole coaster below you.
It is nice. There is a lot of, like, as you're walking along, there is a lot of, like, picturesque little scenes. The bridge on the other side of the park, we'll get to that. But
oh, it's beautiful.
I was quite made up with that.
This is gorgeous, though. This first bit of this queue, I absolutely love that.
I kept that plain and simple. I knew it needed something, but I just wanted it to be plain, simple, and yeah, it didn't take too long to build, to be honest, and I was made up with how it turned out.
It's really, really gorgeous. You don't use a lot of pieces. You don't use a lot of pieces at all. You're a very, very efficient builder. And I'd argue that this little flat ride here with that bridge, little entrance, and it is quite minimal, as you said. I'd argue that is absolutely gorgeous, and that's just a beautiful little flat ride skin, and you've done barely nothing to it. And I guarantee you haven't used many pieces either. So this is a lesson to those people out there who are like, I don't know. I see all these people doing all of these rides and stuff, but this is a good example of how you can build something with very, very minimal pieces. Let's get rid of the coaster. There you go. That's pretty much everything that you've got for that ride there. 129 pieces, and I think that is absolutely gorgeous.
Nice.
You know, you don't always need to overdo it. Is that QI? That's a ch, isn't it?
I think it was Kionki.
Kionki. Oh, okay.
I think
Kionki.
I looked into it, and
I don't know.
It was pronounced like that. I think.
I don't know. I'll go with you because you're the builder. Go... Cheong. Ah, see, good nice is saying Cheong Chi.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. I'm not a linguist.
I believe Cocker's over the video that I watched.
He's quite good with his lingual stuff, isn't it? close enough. I love how close you get here. When I rode, because I have rode this before tonight once. I just wanted to double check everything, and I wanted to record some videos for it. When you come over the top of this lift hill, I was thinking, oh my god, I'm going to hit that roof. And you do get pretty damn close, but it's safe. It's safe. I've checked it, everyone.
You're actually a decent distance away, even if you put your arm out.
I know.
You wouldn't hit it.
But you look so close when you come over here.
From certain perspectives, yeah.
When
but
you come over the top, you're like, oh my.
I think it's because it dips. As you get to there, it dips back in on itself, and then you kind of miss it all, don't you?
We've got one coming up now. Look, straight going over.
And catch it on the pause, maybe.
Right. We have plenty of room, see? Unless you've got like weirdly long arms, you're gonna be safe as houses there, aren't you?
See, look, there you go. Absolutely miles away. Stick another cart on top of it, you still wouldn't meet it.
But yeah, no, when I first rode it, I thought, bloody hell, he's got close there. But it's perfectly safe.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
This little building on the left is pretty much just like a walkthrough. Not very much detail in there, but I felt like we needed some sort of building just to pass through to give it a bit more of like more rooftops in the area.
Yeah.
Rather than just having 3 single buildings, I don't think it would have looked half as like, it would have looked a lot more bare. I mean, there's nothing to that building. It's just a bunch of pieces, and we walk through, give it a little bit of light in the area, and yeah, I didn't even put much detail inside whatsoever. It is just a box.
You don't
few little bits of here and there. I put my time into the parts of the park that I love, which is building them crazy things out there.
The terrain, without a doubt.
Yeah.
The coasters. I love these lanterns, how you've used them around the park. The whole thing works. What's this? Teo Wu.
Yeah. Ooh. That is the rock coaster.
Oh, should we go on the rock coaster, guys? Oh my god, there's a dragon tail there. It's mad. Everywhere you look, there's...
That is meant to be part of the dragon tail. I could have put more. That was like one of the last little touches. When I'm looking at the park going, is it finished?
Yeah.
Is it finished? And then think, the end of him doesn't... I kind of gave the dragon the idea that he was like protecting the kingdom by all of a sudden appearing out of the land, if you get me. So he kind of like... He wasn't there, and then all of a sudden he just appears.
Yeah, he's like part of the land.
Yeah, he's like part of the land, and next minute he's just been summoned and then grows out of the land type thing. That's kind of what I was going for with him. Again, with Gary in the middle, he's kind of come from the depths and risen up out of there to cause absolute chaos.
I love his massive sword. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Right, should we ride on Teo Wu?
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk down there.
We're going to do it.
Just to the right.
We're going to keep an eye out for a priority pass, everyone, all right?
There is there is a priority pass. It's not much of a priority pass. But
this building, look at it. It's built into the side.
It's built into the side of the canyon. It's built into the side of it. It's meant to be that old and that because that's how things were. I mean, I was watching a documentary the other month, and it showed these old caverns that were built in China, and there's nothing in history that tells you anything about it. There's nothing in history to say who built them or anything like that, but they were actually dug in.
But they're there,
This was somewhere in China, so then I thought, building that into the side of the mountain isn't that big a over the top exaggeration.
No.
Or it's not like, oh, that isn't realistic at all. It kind of is. And if you note, the fella who's just stood on the left there, he should get paid more for a job on the left, just by the exit to the priority pass.
Oh, look at the poor guy.
Yeah, look.
One
He's gone.
foul step. He's gone.
I looked at that and went, you know what? I'm gonna just leave him there. He seems to know what he's doing. He's happy. He's
Poor guy.
yeah.
He's smiling at least.
He is smiling. He enjoys his job.
He's not even
Bit of
got a
walk to get
harness or anything. Here we go.
back. Are we moving though? Yeah, good. Let's go.
Hands up.
This was a huge rip off Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oblivion Oblivion was the first vertical drop roller coaster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's pretty much it though. It goes down, it goes up, goes over a little hill, little crest, and then that's it. It drops off.
You've put an inversion in though. Glad. That's
I'd put one inversion in just so it's not as boring as Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got 96-meter drop for this. 91-meter drop, I believe.
That's hella high.
I think it gets to 100 knot. You can check. You can
We'll
check.
find out.
I love the fact you got the view of the rest of the park over there as well. You can see all that in the distance.
Here we go. Oh my goodness me. That drop is insane.
I was made up of how smooth this was as well.
Yeah. Very smooth. Very smooth. I love it, mate. It's a good coaster. Good coaster.
It's quick, it's simple, it is practically ripped off Oblivion with one inversion. But
that's all dive coasters. They all have just the big drop, then they might have one loop, one overbank turn, and then in. Or they might have no loops like Oblivion. They don't really do a lot more than that, dive coasters. But that drop there is just insane.
I was made up. I wanted to get it as close to the path as I could.
And you got it as close to the water at the bottom as you can as well, pretty much, haven't you?
I had the water. I actually built the coaster before I actually dropped the water in, so that just worked out.
Oh, you went really deep.
Oh yeah, I went really, really deep.
Right, we're now going into what I want to say is a bit of a food court, and this
is the souvenir shop with the food court.
You were asked by Bread to make a fully decked out souvenir shop. Well, here we got it. I love the desks. I love the counter there. Very nice. It's beautiful.
I love all the little touches. Flicking through the pieces through TMTK and some of the things that people have made, I'm like, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
So
it's mad, isn't it? The time that people have put into making these pieces. What have you got over there?
Even.
Oh, look at all the good, nice merch.
Yeah, all the mugs. The amount of times I wanted to pull my hair out with these mugs, trying to get them into... Because they wouldn't sit right, and then you got to rotate, and then click, and then double...
It's hell.
Yeah.
This is why I ask other people to make the gift shops for me, then I don't have to do it. I
actually really, really enjoyed making it, you know?
Yeah?
I really did. It isn't something that I'd done, but like watching people like Moomin and Lucky and Meta doing things like this, I looked at it and went, yeah, actually, you know what? This was actually really fun to do.
Ah, good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Fox is just pointing this out. The decals, the lit signs that you've used as decals, very good.
Flip them around, so that's meant to be like a bowl of noodles, isn't it? So on the right, but if you flip them around and then just put those love hearts in those little areas and those little spots, it kind of really pulls it together. And I thought, and they glow, so in the night they actually really look sweet.
It's brilliant.
We'll get to that part.
Got lovely shops as well that lead to it.
I was made up with how that turned out for it.
Love your bar here.
Yeah, cool. All open plan. That's kind of like a, going to Burger King or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. the ketchup and the, those little touches. I'm loving them as well. They were
It's banging.
really,
Sauces on every desk, on every
Yeah.
table.
and then big open plan on the left so you can look out to everywhere.
It's wonderful, mate. It's a really, really nice.
I was very, very pleased. If you look
area.
up as well, probably be go into the middle of the building and then
The
just
lights,
look up.
man.
Yeah.
So good.
So that really, really pops during the evening as well. I was made up of how that turned out.
It's beautiful. Right, we've got our final ride here. What's this? Hundun.
Yeah, well, the cutest of the evil demons in the Chinese mythology.
The
It looks like
cutest.
it looks like a little squashy with Cupid. It looks like a little squishy with Cupid wings.
Oh, lovely. And you've put like the most horrid looking ride, the Forge, with the name.
I was in a little bit of choice, so that one flies and swings around, and the other one swings in the distance. The other one swings back and forth like a proper swing. So out the two, and then
Oh, I like the way you've housed it. Bench panels.
again, that was a colour down there that I could not get rid of, and it really, really wound me up. I was
What,
looking at
the base of the ride itself?
the base of the ride. You cannot change the colour. I don't think you can.
No, you
anyway,
can't.
unless- Yeah, and that was bright red, and I didn't want that to be bright red because it was just showing too much. I think it's bright red. I think you can see it from somewhere, but yeah, it was just too much, and I wasn't happy with how it was looking. There you go, that bright red.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Yeah, so we got rid of that, and then threw that round it. But again, with little touches here and there.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, mate. And again, the simplicity of it, just a bit of nature, bit of water, a couple of waterfalls, some funky pink lights. Bang, job done. Now this is absolutely gorgeous.
This is my favourite, most picturesque part of the park. I thought this
I haven't
was,
looked in there before. Look at the colour you got on that wall.
in the night.
greens.
They really, in the night that really, really glows,
It's stunning,
and then
mate.
drops off again like that.
And that bridge is beautiful. What pieces are they? Temple blocks.
They are just temple blocks all painted with a white.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
So just made that, clipped it round, flipped it over, and then the other pieces, those big like shrine entrance type things, made one of them out of a couple of pieces. I think there's about, they're just made out of the timbers, and then tried to give
That's
it that
probably the
old
most
look.
pieces you've spent on that art. 187 on that arch. And
Not
you
on
use-
the arch. That's connected to the.
Oh, that's the bridge as well.
That's the bridge as well, and the other one over there. And I think even those lights in the back of the, as you can see, the lights in the back there are all covered in there. From this point, there's not really much. We go back up to the entrance.
We've got to do it all again at night. And we've got to have a look at this sword yet. That's
We're gonna have a
cool.
look at the sword.
I love the way that it's like smashing into the rock here, and this wonderful lightning in the face. I like the way you've sunk the blue lights in to make it look like it's completely destroying the
Cracked
sun.
it in and given it some, like, I don't know, mystical power the sword has, and grab it
awesome.
into the wall, and it gives it that sort of. I look at it now and think, oh, I could have done that a little bit better.
Nah, it's brilliant, and at night it looks really cool as well. What's the sword made out of?
Again, I think they're the
45 pieces in total for that sword. Look how
Nice.
big it is.
You
How
know
have you
what? Do you know
managed
what?
that?
Do you know what I wanted? I really wanted to get hold of Jarrow for the park that he made.
Ah,
He put-
right, yeah.
He made a handle for a hammer, which was made out of these pieces, and I have no idea what pieces he used to make it, but the handle that he made was absolutely amazing, and I really, really wanted it. But I didn't DM him, but I was like, I'll catch him in someone's stream soon and just like give him a. But I really
Yeah.
should have. Really should have pursued that and chased them on it and went, how did you make that handle so I can make this one look just as good as that?
It's brilliant. That it works perfectly, and I think it's a very, very nice handle you have there. Lovely handle, very smooth.
This conversation's taking a turn.
I love it. I love this, mate. And all the water, the waterfalls, the lights, and you got all these pools around the place, which just
Waterfalls. Did you ever notice the chicken under the waterfalls by the entrance?
the chicken.
Go over.
What?
Yeah, right. So go over to the 4 waterfalls, just where the building starts.
Oh,
see
this
the
one?
ledge. Yeah, see the ledge. No, back. The 4 waterfalls there. The ledge. You can just see him. There he is.
This is great. Should we have a look at it at night then?
Let's go.
Yes. Ready for this, everyone? We'll zoom around this on the paths. There he is. Whoa, looking scary. Looking scary as hell. Good lighting on the paths, nothing in darkness. This is working nice, see? Come back out here. Oh yeah, look at him. Oh, and the dragon. That's so cool.
Fireworks
Beautiful
popping up.
lighting. I love the fireworks.
popping up. Yeah, that was my daughter's idea. She went, he needs to be breathing fire at him or something. I said, right, well, we can't throw fire at him, I'm afraid, but we do have fireworks. And we could throw fireworks in, being that,
Yeah.
fireworks were created in China, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
It's
So,
so
we went with that.
freaking good. Got him.
Yeah, she helped me with that. That was, I think that was the final little bit of touches that we did off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that building at the back that you were talking about. How lit up it is.
Yeah.
TOT. Should we do these? Should we do quick POV night rides?
POV night rides. Let's do it. Get straight in there.
Well, they look happy enough.
The lights that I did in here, I went with sort of like a jade emerald look, if you get me.
Yeah.
That you use that sort of color scheme around the terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that idea going into that, and it also gives it a lovely glow, especially against water.
Yeah, it does. It's really good.
Yeah,
Water's
really
a problem in this game at night. But
I find the waterfalls are quite hard to spot in the night. But when you have like pools of water, and I think I've used the still or the swampy water, because even that had a very like light blue glow to it.
yes.
Yeah, and that made it. Yeah, that made it really even better.
I love it. So much colour. It's packing some punch here, isn't it? Brilliant ride. We'll skip the vertical bit.
Right.
Here we go. See, this ride might scare me in real life, I think. I don't
Do you reckon?
know. I love big, crazy roller coasters. But it's the sheer height of some of it.
I think the drop going down.
Yeah.
It really. that seems quite scary.
But we wanted extreme. We wanted extreme.
Yeah, in the darkness, it's quite them little dark spots where you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful. And you're right, that green works. And you could see the waterfalls. Surprised how much I did see them, because normally they just turn up black.
Yeah, they're very, very faded, aren't they? Like transparent when you look through them.
Right. Shall we
Have a little look down at that little bridge down there. There you
Oh,
go.
they got the little spots in there. Very cool.
Just kind of give it a little glow.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite a cool little touch.
Building looks so gorgeous.
The glow off, it's cool. I wish I went with different colours going up through it now instead of just that. But then again, I use the different colours like for each one. I think
Yeah.
the entrance is red. I think the
I love these
Teotihuacan's
lights.
green. It's really, really lit up in there as well. When you get right down there.
Yeah, it's got great lighting.
I put an extra light, which is like a pinky glow, around the outside, just under the bits of
Well, under the eaves.
under those little bit of eaves there. So
Yeah.
just pop out. Yeah,
It's
threw a
lovely,
little bit
man.
of extra of that in.
Really, really pretty. Right, I think it's time we do Teowu. We do that vertical
Teowu.
drop at night.
You get an absolute gorgeous view of the rest of the park as well.
Yeah, I bet you do. Here we go. Oh, it's dark. It's ominous. That's the thing as well. A lot of people, when they're building coasters, they like to light them up a lot for night views. But for me, when I'm on a coaster at night, the dark bits are just as important.
It's a game changer.
Like Oblivion is scary because of the hole that you go into. The drop isn't that tall, but it's the fact that you're going down into a black
Dropping
hole
into
full
that
of steam.
pit, yeah. Dropping into the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that essentially is Oblivion. That you
Yeah.
Once you're staring down, you're staring into Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
But those dark bits are important, I think. And
Yeah, it's an
you're always
absolute
tempted
game
to
changer
light it
when
up
you're on
too
a coaster.
much.
Yeah, look at the view in the distance.
Look at that. Look at Winderland. Oh, it looks stunning. Oh, yes! That's the noise I would make on it, I think. See, this bit in the dark would scare the hell out of me.
Darkness again.
Brilliant.
A light there. Maybe I should have put some extra light in there, but
No, you don't need it. I like being in the darkness. It's good.
yeah.
Oh, it's over 2 minutes long. That's good. Surprising.
Majority of the time going up the hill.
Yeah. Max speed 94 miles an hour.
Nice.
Biggest drop 91 meters, and you've got your vertical G's at the bottom there that you're never going to be able to avoid. But yeah,
6.9. I'm surprised it's not worse.
it is brilliant, mate. It's a great coaster. I love it. I'd go on that, and I wouldn't be disappointed like I am with Oblivion. Let's keep going round. Nice colours on this, aren't there? That pink.
Yeah,
really,
paint to the background.
Really sets that
I
off.
love putting my lights in the back of the train, and you know where it like bounces off. You want to take a look at the bridge from a distance.
Oh, look at that with the water underneath. That
really
is
does give it a
stunning.
lovely glow. Altogether, overall, I was made up. What is the piece count, by the way? Because I didn't check at the
I
end.
think you're about 4,000. Let's double check it. Ready? We'll go up. Okay. So, we'll just get it bit by bit. $4,400. 4,600. Not even half of the pieces used. There you go.
4,600 pieces. Nice.
Nothing. It's wonderful, mate. Absolutely fantastic. And I need to show it from above so you can see what it looks like and how it fits into the rest of the park.
It does look
Oh,
pretty.
look at the park. It's looking stunning. How about that?
Yes, mate.
I am not going to be able to talk to you for much longer because I've got to move on. But I did want to say a massive thank you and a massive well done to you. This is an incredible area. We'll go back to your area now.
Thank you for including me in it.
The Forbidden Kingdom, absolutely banging. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you. Terrific builder. He's been a bit on and off with his Planko recently because I know he's got a couple of other streams that he's got a lot of love in, and I do as well. Every night sitting up and watching him smashing zombies' heads in is just brilliant. So if you ever see Bob on late on, go in. It's a lovely chill stream. And the guy is incredibly talented builder, particularly with his terraining and his lighting, as we can see here. And I just want to say thank you again, mate, for being part of this. Would you do something like this again if you had the opportunity down the line of being in the 2-week challenge again? Would you think about it, or would it be like, nah, done that?
Let other people have a go for now, but like sometime in the distance, maybe.
It was a real pleasure having you on the 2-week challenge. Thank you again for taking part, and I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Catch you on the
Good
flip.
night, guys. You all take care. Bye.
Peace out, man. Bye bye.
See you.
Well, there you have it, guys. What a fantastic area.
Welcome back. I'm here to talk about our next area in the park. The area in question is the other half of the old quarry that we bought. We have filled in the majority of the quarry and the land is now safe to build on. The new developer can use minor terraforming to scope the area, and we are now looking at a new family area to the park. I am so excited! There will be a new roller coaster, an exploration ride, and a variety of flat rides. We now need your help to decide which rides we should use. Over to you, Winder.
So there you have it. The next area, the quarry, part 2, the second half of the quarry. Bob got the first half over there. This is the second half, which we have actually filled in with a lot of spare rocks and rubble that were lying around. And we're now looking for a new family area.
Is this okay? Is this good? So what do I do with my hands? Fine? Alright, okay. Yeah, I'm happy. This is natural. This is normal. This is... Okay. Now? Hello, folks. It's your favourite chit-chatty boy, Cockwaddle, and I've just been escorted by some lovely Russian gentlemen into one of the 5-star luxury rooms here at the Winderland Resort, and I thought I'd just be here to let you know an interesting little tidbit about the next development of the park. Now, before the park actually graced Marble Canyon and improved all of that old and dated natural beauty with, you know, RMCs, it was actually inhabited by a lovely little bunch of cattle ranchers known as the Van de Graaff family. Once the park funding was in the bag, the Van de Graaff family were politely but, you know, firmly asked to leave the premises in order for the park to put something actually good on the land. But what started off as a sort of convivial conversation about property rights eventually turned out into this long, drawn-out discussion that didn't really serve any party. So the park offered to pay the generous sum of 500 shiny American dollars for the family to immediately vacate and relocate no closer than 50 miles to the site. That got those enterprising young bucks over at the US Supreme Court really quite interested. So, as a gesture of goodwill and federal court order, the park has now decided to employ and indeed keep the Van de Graafs on site, provided they work for the company as the park's very own petting zoo. So, the challenge to you, next builder, is to make that petting zoo. So we're going to want farmyard animals, maybe pony rides for the kids, corrals, lassos, and all that stuff that you would have in a farm in Arizona. Think about it. But, for the love of God, make it cute. We want cute. I know you can do it. I know you got it in you. Anyway, I'm off. I'm being told that continental breakfast is being served in the basement. So I guess I've got to be off. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye 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 bye
I'd like to take this moment to address the slanderous remarks made by certain members of the community. None of this is substantiated, true, and I can only say innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. Goblin. Right. Okay. 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 We'll roll with it. So, next builder, you have 10,000 pieces, you have 2 weeks, you have 3 flat rides, you have a rapids and a coaster, and you need to make a petting zoo. Ooh, a petting zoo. This would be lovely. This would be lovely and wonderful and beautiful. Before any more accusatory remarks come out of the woodwork there, I think I better just introduce the next builder.
So, who will be our next developer? Well, it's time to find out. Introducing the Duchess of Detailing, the Countess of Clutter, the Planko Queen herself, Poetry Slam 78.
The 2-week challenge rolls on. The next builder is in place. Poetry Sam 78, with 2 more builders to come after that. We're leading up to the end now, and it's getting very, very exciting. I want to say thank you so much to everyone for being here tonight. Thank you for being part of this. As always, thank you to all the people who put in a build for the strip, Winter Springs. It's gorgeous. Thank you to Bob M. Thank you to Cockwaddle. Really lovely. And that's all. That's pretty much it for me. But the props go out tonight to Bob M80s, and we have one final video to celebrate his area. So here it is for you, The Forbidden Kingdom.